Bruce, first getting back to a place that's meant so much to you over the years. Talk about your emotions, especially before the game, before the ball was tipped off.
I'm really glad it was a early game. I didn't have all day to sit around and think about it. Next thing you know, it was here, so I think God blessed us with that an early start. Last night I got a chance to see some friends and family, and we had to raise some money for Camp Columbia, UT Hospital, Med Center, L5 Foundation. So that was just really, really fun and productive, and great to see so many friends and family that we still stay in touch with. And then I'll tell you my impressions as a visitor. Boy, this is a beautiful building. It's funny, when you're here and you hear it, you see it every day, you don't really appreciate it. So you come in there and go, this place is a palace. I mean, it's so well done, and I'm disappointed that we weren't able to finish the job. I thought we played well in stretches, but Tennessee made those effort and energy plays. They're a very athletic team. They're quick, they're long, and they were just, their speed and quickness were able to beat us to balls, and it's just sort of that's the way my teams were. When I was at Tennessee, we were small and quick and long, and so that was a huge difference. El Monte was terrific. We had no answer for him.
Bruce, after the game, and was there sort of a relief for you to get such an emotional thing out of the way and just get on with the season or not?
Not really. No. The disappointing thing was you don't have a chance to win many on the road, and we got a chance to win. We put ourselves in a position to win, so you walk away with that disappointment. I wasn't dreading this. I mean, Brandy came into the trip. She got to see her mom. We got to see friends. I wasn't. This is not something I was not looking forward to. I mean, road wins or road opportunities are sweet. We haven't had any this year, but I was also excited for my players. Auburn went on the road and played in front of a sellout crowd on ESPN. Now you tell me when last time that happened. You tell me last time we all went on the road to a big game. And we went to Alabama last weekend. It was a big game. So we're making progress. Not enough progress on the court.
You had no Dick Vermeil moments out there today, or what were you feeling? Did anything catch your eye to make you?
No. Probably being with Steven and Tony at the end after the game, after we weren't able to finish the job, was probably emotional because of everything that our families went through and we went through together. But not really.
Bruce, you got a pretty warm reception when you came in and you left. What does that mean to you?
I mean, we lived here for 9 years, and I just think that this was a really special. It was a really special time in Tennessee basketball history, and we were able to add to it. And the vast majority of what we did was really good. So it was great. It was a nice reception.
The final call on.
Even after the game in the hallway was pretty emotional.
Yeah.
Would you touch on that?
I just think that you we put ourselves in that position, but the families went through a lot, and so I could just sort of feel in his embrace, just all that we went through, and so hey, God is good, and I'm grateful for the blessings, and I'm not complaining one bit. But we shared that difficult time, loving Tennessee and trying to represent it as best we possibly could, and then the pain of when it was taken away from us. And nobody felt that pain more than Tony and Pam, and Randy and myself, and our families.
Did you agree with the final call on Trayvon, the flagrant?
I'll have to look at it. I really have to look at it. And maybe we'll comment afterwards. I didn't see it. I
know you're trying to get him more involved. Disappointing that he's only on the floor.
I thought he had a great first series.
Yeah.
He had a real good first series. So, the situation on the free throw line was I think it was a little push. It wasn't a big. I don't think it was really that. I didn't see it, but it looked like he pushed first, she pushed second, whatever it was. And I actually think that Trayvon got pushed second. I don't think he was the initiator. And I did tell the officials that that's how I saw it, but I guess they didn't see that. And then the second one, as the kid's coming in, I've always tried to get his hands up, but he tends to keep his hands down. It's just, and he's got a very long midsection. And I think because his hands were down, there was contact. Now, obviously they saw it, and therefore they called it. So I'm assuming that it was the right call.
You obviously have a fondness for
We were up 5 at that point. Yeah, I knew that.
Coach, you obviously have a fondness for Tennessee, and they have a fondness for you. But how badly did you want this game?
No, I didn't want it any more badly than I wanted any other game. I didn't. I want Donnie to do well. Here's the deal. I don't want any other team in the SEC to do well other than Auburn and Tennessee. I want Donnie to do well. So wanting to beat him more than anybody else, I probably want to beat other teams more than I want to beat Tennessee. Now, I want to beat them, but it wasn't. It's definitely not that way. Look, we helped create a culture of winning. And you guys oftentimes made a lot, some of you made a lot of the state we left the program in. The worst state we left in was because it was on probation. That's our fault. Our players like Cameron Tatum, Skylar McBee, Kenny Hall, Jerron Mayman, right? When those guys went and played against everybody else in the SEC, do you think those guys expected to win or expected to lose? They expected to win. And then with some of the recruits that were in position like Stokes and other guys, so I'm proud of the fact that Tennessee basketball is still good and still relevant, and this, I am. So wanting to beat them anymore, truly, I wanted to beat them because they're ahead of us in the SEC.
You've spoken to needing more balance offensively. This is the first game where you had 4 scorers in double figures that you lost this season. You didn't get anything off the bench, but nevertheless you got it from everybody else. What was the issue defensively where you weren't able to prevent them from outdoing you offensively?
Bottom line, Tennessee shot 41%. They shot 26% from 3. They made 26 free throws. They went to the foul line. They got there a lot because they do a really good job of going one-on-one and creating one-on-one situations. People think going one-on-one is a bad thing. No, it's a great thing when you let Josh Richardson and Armani Moore or different guys make those plays, and Coach does a great job of creating space for them to do that. So defensively, we were really good. Really good. Second shots, second possessions, 50-50 balls. I think that was the difference. Their first shot offense didn't hurt us.
Defense, you were shooting over 50%, I think, when you were up 3 midway through the second half, and then just cooled off. Was it their defense? Was it y'all wearing down, or what do you think it was?
Probably their defense. I don't like to play guys more than 32 minutes. Simeon plays 37, KT plays 38, Taj plays 35, Antoine 32. That's hard. We're not used to that. So they may have wore down a little bit, and Tennessee picked it up a little bit.
Bruce, given how banged up he is right now, how impressed were you with Taj today?
Taj, phenomenal. He's got both shoulders separated. He's got a pretty good cut in his hand, and I'll tell you what, from a standpoint of you walk away from that game and you walk away going, well, Monty Moore's a beast. What a beast. But you also walk with that little guy from Auburn, man, does he play hard, and is he hard to keep in front of? Very proud of Taj.
Bruce, in the offseason, you spoke of the mental scarring and the healing that had to happen with your roster, with the guys you inherited. While this is your first ever 4-game losing streak, I don't think you'll be as affected by it, but your team went through a lot of losing in the past, and now you're under 500, and you've lost 4 in a row, and you're winless on the road. With as daunting a schedule as you have left, how do you prevent this from snowballing further?
Hey, listen, we just take it one at a time. I'm flying back to Auburn right now. We're not sticking around and hanging out with friends and family. We've got work to do, so I'll be in church in the morning, and I'll be in the office at 9 o'clock, and then I'll be in after it. So we just prepare for LSU. Tomorrow I'll spend the day on this because we got a show prep. We have a Thursday, Saturday, and then Arkansas the next week, and I don't care. I'm trying to build a foundation. I'm not. We're going to do the best we can with what we have. Our kids had a chance to win on the road, and I thought That's the second time we've been on the road in the SEC, and we've had a chance to win.